Do you want your characters to come to life? Well, this is the video for you. Okay, so I just put my hair up because it's getting a bit hot in here. Not that you need to know that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be searching for Artbreeder, and that's the website that I use to actually make my characters. So just type in Artbreeder and it should be the first tab right here. Here it is. All you're going to be doing is creating an account, and then you take into the home page, and this is where they have all the trending pictures, and these are actually a really great way to kind of get inspiration for what your characters actually look like, but also find characters that you can model off and change in order to meet your character's kind of appearance. So what I do is I literally just go through all the trending and see if anyone kind of looks similar to what character I'm gonna create. But another way to do this is if your character has a underlying feature, for example, one of my characters has white hair, you get to kind of, you know, narrow down your search, but it is a little bit harder since sometimes it comes up with a whole range of different drawings, so like anime and stuff, but I'm not really going for that art style. I'm going more for a realistic style like these ones here. So just kind of browse around, try to find, you know, something that looks at least a little bit similar to what you're trying to pick. So for example, I think my character looks a little bit like this one. So you're just going to click on that, and this is where we can edit. And also when you click on your character, you can actually scroll down and there's other sort of edits that other people have done to this character. So you can actually find other edits which might look even more similar to the character that you want to create. I think I'm good and I'm going to be sticking to this character. And here we come to all of these, you know, different sorts of toggles in which you can edit your awesome character. So the ones that I like to use the most is probably first I like to use art. Art is how realistic your character is, and you have to also be careful with these toggles because if you press like too, you know, far, it changes it quite dramatically. But if you know, kind of just go up with these little toggles, again, that looks really messed up. So I'm just gonna go back to the normal. I want it to look a little bit realistic, and that's when the art is in the negatives, or if you want to look more like cartoon, like a drawing, you go into the positives. Also, another really good thing is age. So if your character is a bit older or a bit younger, for me, I want to make my character a bit younger since he is a teenager. So again, I'm just adjusting by these two little toggles here, just so it doesn't, you know, go crazy. Because for example, if I press all the way over here, it's gonna dramatically make him like that. And again, be careful of what you search for and what you do to your characters, because honestly, it's kind of scary. I like the way that looks. And also gender is a good one if you want him to look more feminine or more manly. As you can see, they added like a little earring there, which was really cool. But they also do have makeup down here, which also helps. But again, just play around with these toggles and see what comes up and which become your favorite and stuff like that. It's a lot of experimenting, but again, I'm here to guide you. For the saturation, brightness, sharpness stuff, I don't really touch that much. It doesn't really do much. It only kind of edits the photo as a whole, not its actual facial structure, your character's facial structure. Again, here's like pitch, which kind of you know, is the sort of, what's the word, the sort of position of the character's head. So if I go like all the way over here, it kind of comes forward instead of going up. It's not also just the position, it's also the facial structure. So there it's a bit more skinnier. If I put the pitch into the negatives, if I put the pitch in the positives, it's a lot more square. So I want my character to be part elf. So elves have a lot more, I mean, at least my elf have a little more skinnier sort of facial structure. And then of course, if your character is a type of ethnicity, these are really great. So you can kind of adjust them for the different sort of looks that different ethnicities have. And again, width is the width of the face. Height is the lengthways, also very similar to pitch, and yaw is also the position of the head. And lastly, angry. Angry is something I use a lot because I like my characters to look angry, like they're about to fight. It depends on how, like, for example, my character looks pretty angry now, so I'm just gonna keep that there. Blue eyes, that kind of helps with the character's like hair, and also of course the eye color. So I want to have like gray eyes, I think. So I'm gonna put it down a bit. Yeah, so they're kind of grayish, bluish eyes, which I really like. And then glasses, I don't touch. Facial hair I don't touch unless if they're kind of a man. Hat I don't touch at all. And of course the hair and the eyes, if you want your character to have eyes open, that kind of makes them less angry. And the earrings, as I talked about there. But basically I only use these few rows. Apart from that, that's basically how you make your own character. But of course when you're finished, a very big thing is also to save your character. So as soon as you save it, it goes right down here under Kitty Cat Loom, which is my username. Just save it so you can also edit. So as you can see, I just clicked it and I can just edit it again and again and again. And these are a little bit hard to explain. I know I said before it doesn't really focus too much on the structure of the face, but for particular colors, it's kind of a bit confusing, and I was confused when I started to use this. But red, I don't know if you can kind of see, but it kind of darkens the skin tone. Also green, that kind of lifts the eye area a little bit and gives it a green sort of tint. So if I kind of increase it, you can kind of see the eyes moving upwards. Blue, it's a little bit confusing, but that usually goes in the background and also the eye color. So whatever is blue on the character, it kind of enhances that effect. Saturation, of course, is just like, you know, the colors you're playing with. I kind of want my character to be kind of very cold looking, so that's why I'm going to decrease the red a bit and also decrease the saturation. Brightness, of course, is the brightness of the character and also their skin color. So as you can see, as I increase the brightness, it kind of changes the overall image, but also the skin tone. And of course, the refresh button like here and here makes it kind of go back to normal. And of course, the reset button is to reset the whole entire thing. Happy is if you want your character to look obviously happy. So you can see the little smirk going on, and that's when you can kind of open his mouth so he's like smiling or grinning. That kind of freaks me out, so I barely never make them happy. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, so there's that. He's kind of smirking a little bit. I like his grey sort of hair and his very pale skin tone. He looks very much like an elf. It is really fun, but it does take a while if you kind of jump into it and don't know. So that's why I hope this tutorial kind of helps you a little bit in your guide to what these things mean and what they can do. So that's the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you were able to obviously make your character. Such an amazing website, and it has really helped visualize my characters, and it's also something like really fun to do. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel if you do. I love you so much. Say hello to your characters for me too. Bye guys, love you.